In today's video, we are going to be looking at some anime where the main character was not reincarnated or transmigrated as a human. At first, we have That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. 37-year-old Satoru Mikami is a typical corporate worker who is perfectly content with his monotonous lifestyle in Tokyo, other than failing to nail down a girlfriend even once throughout his life. In the midst of casual encounter with his colleagues, he falls victim to a random assailant on the street and is stabbed. However, while succumbing to his injuries, a peculiar voice echoes in his head and recites a bunch of commands which the dying man cannot make sense of. When Satoru regains his consciousness, he discovers that he has been reincarnated as a goop of slime in an unfamiliar realm. In doing so, he acquires newfound skills, notably the power of devouring anything and mimicking its appearance and abilities. He then stumbles upon the sealed catastrophe-level monster Storm Dragon Veldora, who has been sealed away for the past 300 years for devastating a town to ashes. Sympathetic to his predicament, Satoru befriends him and promises to assist in destroying the seals. In return, Veldora bestows upon him the name Rimuru Tempest to grant him divine protection. Now liberated from the mundanities of his past life, Rimuru embarks on a fresh journey with a distinct goal in mind. As he grows accustomed to his new physique, his gooey antics ripple throughout the world, gradually altering his fate. At number 2, we have Overlord, the final hour of popular virtual reality game Yggdrasil had came. However, Momonga, a powerful wizard and master of the Dark Guild in Zulgon, decided to spend his last few moments in the game as the server begins to shut down. To his surprise, despite the clock had struck midnight, Momonga is still fully conscious as his character, and moreover, the non-player character appears to have developed personalities of their own. Confronted with this abnormal situation, Momonga commands his loyal servants to help him investigate and take control of this new world, with the hopes of figuring out what has caused this development and if there may be others in the same predicament. At number 3, we have How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. When it comes to fantasy MMORPG cross revelry, none can match the powerfulness of Demon King Diablo. Possessing the game's rarest artifact and an unrivaled player level, he overpowered all foolish enough to encounter him. But despite his fearsome reputation, Diablo's true identity is Takuma Sakamoto, a shut-in gamer devoid of any social skills. Defeating hopeless challenges day by day, Takuma cares about nothing but this virtual reality game. That is until a summoning spell suddenly transports him to another world where he has Diablo's appearance. In a new world resembling his favorite game, Takuma is greeted by two girls who have summoned it, Rem, a petite Pantherium adventurer, and Shira, a busty elf summoner. They perform an enslavement ritual in an attempt to subjugate him, but the spell backfires and causes them to be enslaved instead. With the situation now becoming more awkward than ever, Takuma decides to accompany the girls in finding a way to unbind their contract while learning to adapt his new existence as a menacing demon king. At number 4, we have I have been killing slime for 300 years and maxed out my level. In role-playing games, slimes are usually the easiest monster to kill, and because of that, they yield very few experience points. But what would happen if you lived long enough to keep defeating them for 300 years? After many years of being a corporate slave, Azusa Aizawa abruptly passes away due to severe exposure. Seemingly headed for afterlife, she meets a goddess who bestowed her with immortality alongside a peaceful life in another world. There Azusa enjoys her days tending to her farm, protecting the nearby village, and killing about 25 slimes per day, a routine that continues for at least 3 centuries. However, this rather monotonous cycle begins to change when Azusa suddenly finds out that she has reached level 99, the maximum possible level from slime alone. Despite desperately trying to hide this fact in fear of ending her slow life, rumor of her spread nevertheless. Soon enough, various people throughout the continent, like the dragon Laika and the elf Halkara, start to appear at her doorstep. Some seeking battle, others asking for her assistance, meeting friends and acquaintances who soon become family. Azusa finds she can live a life far better with others than when she was alone. At number 5 we have Remonster. After meeting an untimely death, Tomokui Kanata is reincarnated as a lowly goblin, but he is worked up a monstrous appetite thanks to his new ability that allows him to grow stronger the more he feeds. His feeble stature quickly changes and he rises to become the goblin leader. With a mix of past memories, new body and strong stomach, he is taking a bite of new fantastical world. At number 6 we have In the Land of Liedel, the previously bedridden Keina Kagami finds herself in the world of her favorite VR MMORPG titled Liedel. After the life support keeping her alive fails, reincarnated into body of her high-level character Kaina, she notices that the world of Liedel is different from what she remembers playing. As she comes to learn, 200 years have passed since she last interacted with the world. However, this does not sadden Kaina, as it means that new journey awaiting her filled with exciting prospects and unfamiliar faces all awaiting to be discovered. At number 7, So I Am a Spider, So What? The day is as normal as it can be. The day is as normal as it can be in the high school as students peacefully go about their everyday activities until an unexpected catastrophe strikes the school, killing every person in its wake. Guided by what seems to be a miracle, a handful of the students are fortunate enough to be reincarnated in another world as noble princesses and other kind of people with prestigious background. One girl, however, is not so lucky, being reborn as a spider of the weakest kind. She immediately experiences hardship of her dire situation, even though she must press on to survive the numerous threats that endanger her life. Discovering that her new world has a system like that of an RPG, she tries her best to hunt prey and defeat monsters to level up and evolve. As she gradually grows stronger, she hopes one day her efforts will be rewarded and that she will be granted a better life. At number 8 we have Reincarnated as a Sword. A nameless sword wakes up to discover he has been reincarnated from his former life as a human. With his power of telekinesis, he moves around this world, acquiring several skill and abilities. When the sword comes upon a forest filled with monsters, he meets a young girl fleeing from a beast. Grabbing the sword, the girl easily defeats the monster after introducing herself as Fran. She names the sword Shisho and formally becomes the sword's wielder. The two set out to become adventurers, but unfortunately for Fran, she is member of Black Cat tribe, a beastskin group with a bad reputation. No member of this tribe has ever evolved into the mightier beast, but Fran plans to be the first to achieve her parents' dream. As Shisho promises to remain her sword until she attains her goal, they form an unstoppable partnership of impressive strength. At number 9 we have Reborn as a vending machine. I now wander the dungeons. A man with a passion for vending machine awakens to realize that he has now only died, but he has also been reborn as one of his beloved machines. Although he is a modern appliance in a fantasy world, he requires money in order to keep functioning. He is stuck in one location until a young girl named Lamis stumbles upon him. Amazed by the drinks and food he sells, Lamis uses her blessing of the might to lift him up with ease, take him back to the village of Clearflow Lake. There she officially dubs him Boxo. Despite his inability to converse with the villagers, Boxo becomes an essential part of the community. His goods provide nourishment, and as he gains new abilities and products, he becomes a staple of daily life. Nobody is as loyal to Boxo as his first and best customer, Lamis. The more times he spends with her, the more he tries to help her elevate her skills as a young hunter. At number 10 we have Butareba, the story of a man turned into a pig. A run-of-the-mill otaku collapses from stomach pain after tasting raw pig liver and waking up in a whole new world as a pig. Of all things, he helplessly trapped in his pen until Jess, a girl who can read minds, comes along and rescues him. Our Portian hero will have to work to keep his boorish thoughts to himself, but sweet Jess isn't deterred. In fact, she wants to spoil this little piggy rotten. By Jess's side, it seems like life as long as Hog might not be so bad after all. Yet there's more to this strange fantastic world that meets the eye. Jess is a girl of many secrets and she is in danger. But what can a mere pig with no special powers do to protect her from her cruel fate? Will his modern knowledge, quick thinking and sharp nose be enough to ham it up and save her? And that's all for today, guys. And in today's video I talked about some anime where the main character was not reincarnated or transmigrated as a human, but in this case some characters do gain the appearance of a human, like Rimuru. He at the first is a slime, but later after he uses predator on Shizu, he can take the shape of a human. These are good shows. Okay, that's all for today. Leave your recommendations in the comment below.